Welcome to the Quantum Mama podcast, where frequency meets faith, science meets spirit, and motherhood becomes a portal to divine expansion. Hosted by Katelyn Simmons, a Jesus-loving, frequency-healing, free birth mama on a mission to help you heal your body, align your energy, and unlock true abundance, inside and out. Each week, she dives into holistic health, nervous system wisdom, quantum biology, faith-filled manifestation, and frequency-based living, all through the lens of motherhood, entrepreneurship, authenticity, and walking boldly in your God-given purpose. Because you weren't made to just survive. You were made to thrive, vibrantly, authentically, wildly, and in total alignment. Let's recalibrate. Let's expand. Let's do life the Quantum Mama way.
Good morning. How's it
I'm
going?
so excited about this.
I know, me too.
I mean, even if it's just for the AO scan, I got a text. I was just telling those who are on already that the person who I just helped sign up at 9 o'clock this morning texted me. All she did was in her voice, and she was in tears. Not crying, but in tears. She's like, we have to talk later today. I was telling her, this seems overwhelming or whatever to get the AO scan. No, just start with inner voice. That's all you need. And then when we combine inner voice with the hub, oh my word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Okay. Woohoo.
The hub has really just up-leveled everything.
I'm so glad you encouraged me to get it. And the AO scan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing. Okay, so looks like we have people coming on. Hi,
Yes.
Jeanette. It's good to see you too, except I can't see you, but
We will. We'll
will
bring you
today.
up as a panelist later. Yay.
Yay.
Great to see your beautiful
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we basically ready? We're going to wait a minute.
Do you guys all have your water or your herbal tea or coffee? We're going to dive deep to the AO hub. Let's go. I think we're
Okay, I'll go ahead and share my screen.
And thank you for doing this, Katelyn. This has been the number one thing that I've been asked for is more info on the hub.
Yeah, it's so powerful. It's everyone who gets it is just so happy and really sees some magnificent changes and really profound changes, especially when they're really consistent with it. And everything's about the brain, right? When we don't focus on healing our brain and resetting our brain and changing our thoughts, we stay stuck. And so I think this is going to really speak to people who have hit a roadblock in their health. They're looking for something that's going to just get them over the hump, transform. If you don't like where you're at in your life right now, we're going to be talking about like the brain. We're going to be talking about, you'll see the settings on the hub are a lot about like dependencies and physical things, but I want you to take everything you know about the subconscious mind, everything you know about rewiring your brain, and just realize that what the technology we're talking about today is next level advancement of uh, every kind of modality you've ever heard of to support the brain, advance you in your business, advance you in the way you think, increase your creativity. This is supernatural, like acceleration, is what I would describe it as, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I remember starting with sound and light therapy back in like 2009, and we knew it was powerful was we were helping not just people recover from Lyme disease, but from autism and from Parkinson's, different things. Like we need the brain to help us heal our body. And I love how Solex is literally laps. Like when I went to the Indy 500, you know, they're laps ahead of everyone. There's no way anyone else can catch up. And I love that they're, as we're going to show today, and we're going to go into detail, how they've kept things the lowest price possible for all of us.
Yeah, this is stuff that we would have to either be taking out loans for as practitioners or going to a wellness center to get to experience like on a one-off session. This isn't something that you usually or typically could find that you can purchase and have in your home for your whole family. You know, if you have a family of multiple kids, if you have a practice, if you have friends in your life who are on the same journey, um, even if it's just you and your husband or you and your child or you and your significant other, this is going to it's going to advance you while saving money and giving you this. It's like a key, like Solex has given us this key to unlock a door that normally would never be allowed to be open to the public.
Mm.
This is stuff that is usually locked away behind degrees, locked away behind years and years of throwing money into, degrees and licenses and creating a health center. Normally you have to have a lot behind you to be able to have access to this kind of stuff. But they have taken that all down so that the general public, anyone who wants this, can purchase this, utilize it. It's it's easy to use. I throw it on at night when I'm going to bed and I just press play and I rewire my brain while I'm going to sleep. It's like, it's so cool.
Yeah, it really is an upgrade to our brain. It really is. And I love that. I was thinking about that this morning, that normally we would need so much intense training to be doing things like the rTMS, but Solex has made it easy.
Mm.
They've simplified it. They've taken away the complexity so you can do this. So let's dive in.
Okay, awaken the brain and
Mm,
rewire your frequency. I'm Katelyn Simmons, and this is my mom, Debbie Carlson. We are here today to talk to you about awakening your brain. Um, and just a quick disclaimer: none of this is medical advice.
mm,
None of this is um, anything to replace your medical care. This is just purely educational information that we want to share with you. And I think that's a good disclaimer, right?
it is, yes.
Don't take it as medical advice.
Mm, yeah. And what if you could upgrade your brain like software? What if living a life free of anxiety and fatigue or brain fog wasn't just about trying harder, but tuning into the frequency and, I like saying, creating new neural pathways?
Yeah, if you could step into just like a river of flow. I
Mm,
actually had a dream last night that me and my husband were getting into a river and we were enjoying this crisp, beautiful, rushing river and loving just the environment of being in this abundant flow of a river. And that's
mm,
exactly what we can do when we change our brain and we change our neural pathways and we change the way we think. It's going from, instead of going against the current, we're gonna go with the current and things are gonna be so much
mm.
more simple.
Yeah. Today, we're going to show you one of the most profound frequency technologies we've ever experienced. The AO Hub is a revolutionary mind engagement system that's like having a virtual theta chamber, like you see in this picture, in your home. The only thing is, you don't need to spin. You're going to be able to use it. If you want to
And you
spin
don't
in
have
your
to
chair, go ahead.
you don't have to take up a whole room in your
Mm,
house or have a wellness center to now have this giant $78,000 device in your home. When we first experienced the theta chamber in Utah, we remember thinking that this was the future of brain health. What Lauren Swenson built to help his son recover from cerebral palsy was nothing short of miraculous. So this is years and years and years of expertise and brilliance and just incredible technology that they have now made into an at-home version, which
mm,
is the AO Hub, exactly what we're talking about today. So the same level of brain optimization is now accessible to everyone, like we've been saying. There's no clinic appointments needed. You don't have to have massive equipment. This is stuff that literally it's small. It fits right next to your bed, it fits right next to your massage table, fits right next to your chair, wherever you want it in your home. You plug it in, connect it to your AO Scan subscription, and just watch what happens as you show up and use this consistently.
Mm. Yeah, we have a friend that just is bringing it on the plane right now. I have other people that
Wow.
just, travel with it, bring it across the country to help with their loved ones. You can have a mobile wellness center. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And really, our brains are the most complex frequency generators on Earth. But in today's world, our mind states are disrupted by stress, by our screens, which you're on right now, toxins, trauma. That's why people struggle with brain fog and poor focus, anxiety, overthinking, insomnia, unhealthy habits that they just can't seem to break, and low energy or emotional burnout. It's crazy. I mean, the brain is so phenomenal.
Hmm. Over 100 billion neurons and 100 trillion frequency points are constantly communicating in your brain. Like, and it's connected to your gut. It's
Mm,
connected to your heart. It's connected. You have quantum communications going on throughout your whole body. And if we if we can't harmonize what's happening in our brain, and basically if you can imagine these everything that's happened in your past, everything that's happened even generationally has influenced and molded your brain to only be able to comprehend and stick with and create what neural pathways have already been made into well-worn paths. And what the hub and what we're showing you today gives you the power to do is to shift gears and make new paths so that you're not still stuck in the same loops, walking in circles. I love,
yeah.
connecting this to a biblical example of like the Israelites walking in the wilderness for 40 years. We don't have to do that for the rest of our lives. We can take the power of this technology to rewire the way we think, which in turn, because we're little frequency generators, our body, our thoughts are frequencies, this is going to change us and mold us into the person that we want to be. We want to create more creativity in our life. If we want to change how we react to situations, this gives us the power to do that.
Mm. Yeah, I think of it as like throwing a ball, and we just keep throwing it one direction, but there's nobody catching it on the other end. When
Mm,
you're consistently using the AO hub, you start being able to catch and create these new, stronger neural pathways. It's really powerful to
that's
just,
good.
it's not just our heritage or what was given to us. No, we're empowering ourselves. We're empowering our loved ones to create these new neural pathways for things like addictions. And there's settings for autism. When you're talking about the gut brain connection, how powerful it is to not just heal our gut to heal our brain, but heal our brain to
Hmm.
heal our gut. It just goes hand in hand.
I've seen such a difference in,
Mm,
being consistent with this. I did a small podcast episode on the rTMS, just excited about what had happened within 2 weeks of using it, which you'll see as we keep going. The rTMS is a portion that you can add on to your hub. But just being consistent with the hub and then the rTMS, but just the hub on its own, I saw increase support in my gut. I saw changes in my sleep. I saw like physical things in my body. I saw changes in, not just, the mindset stuff is huge, but to know
mm.
that we're supporting the way our body communicates physically too. It's incredible.
It's incredible. It's so incredible. And the brain has these documented frequencies that we know, theta, alpha, beta, gamma, that they're
Hmm.
documented frequencies and hertz that we want to help support. If we're high theta and low beta, or we need to help our brains balance. And now with the AO scan, you can just hit a scan and see which one of these waveforms or frequencies that you need.
Yeah.
They made it so easy. It's incredible. So
And this
for
is going to be inducing your brain to
mm,
get into that state. So instead of just having to rely on like hoping that your brain gets into the right waves and listening to your affirmations and declarations at night as you're falling asleep, you can induce that state of your brain anytime you want so that you can program and so that you can change the way your brain is functioning depending on what you need. And like you said, you can
mm,
scan for it and see exactly what you
mm.
need in that moment.
And one thing that the AO Infinity Mat is really powerful to add to the AO Hub, because you can also
Mm,
use the post electromagnetic field therapies that complement
Yeah.
these also. These so you're getting PEMF at the same time, and I believe they have PEMF in the theta chamber. So that's the one thing
Mm.
you'd want to put on your wish list to add. And I've had so many people just get on this, and we're going to hear some testimonies today, but how they just felt like um, immediately felt like sleeping, or immediately started dreaming, or immediately felt the stress relief, or melting into the mat when they were on the hub.
Mm.
I think you had an aura ring that you were trying to
Yeah.
measure how
Yeah.
quickly.
Every time I wear my or every time I use the hub, my Aura Ring thinks that I had a nap. It thinks that I was sleeping, even if I was still awake in my mind. And it shows it's like my most rested time. It's just everything good you can see on your Aura Ring is what I see when I use the hub. And I
Oh,
can
amazing.
actually tell on the nights that I use the hub, my sleep is much better as well. Like there's less waking, my heart rate variability is better. And so it's been cool to see that. Of course, there are some nights I use the hub and my baby's still waking me up a lot. So it doesn't stop your baby from waking up, but
Mm,
I can't imagine, you know, I feel like I've been so blessed to have these tools as a new mom. This is what's getting me through this is what's getting me through the hard times. This is what's
mm,
getting me through when I don't have the full night's sleep. So like if you're a mama, this is something to put on your vision board, to invest in, and it's not just going to help you in a small way. This is a huge step,
mm.
isn't it? Like, can you imagine if you had this when you had little kids?
Amazing. Or those of you, I had someone who works with top athletes come and said, look at
Mm.
that. The gamma waves that we have, the gamma hertz frequencies that we have for peak performance is so incredible to help immediately.
Oh,
Like we can measure that with like an aura ring, but you'll see like you'll see the improvements when you're
can
consistently using it.
can you imagine if so athletes, they use visualization to envision how they're going to perform, and
Mhm.
a lot of the stats show, how that's one of the most important thing is visualization and imagination. Can you imagine if they did their visualization while using the hub? So instead of just the power of that, it would be the power of that ingraining those new neural pathways. I bet this would advance them. And then if they did the hub and then the rTMS, whoa, we got to have some people start doing that and report back to us.
Mm, I'm excited. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's life changing. And just to see whatever it is you want, you can speak it into your AO mind sync and it
Mhm.
overlaps with the hub. So that's exactly right. It's biohacking. Oh my word. Not just using the mat, but using the hub and the mind sync and just overwhelming the brain with so much good that you're just, whoa, I have to receive this. And
Mhm.
life changes on command, that state on command. It's not woo woo, it's neuro frequency entrainment.
Mhm. Yeah.
Amazing.
It is really, really powerful. There's my baby. I have had her use it. It really makes your children extremely smart. So beware.
Oh man, I don't know.
Uh,
We lost count at like 200 and some words that she says at 17 months. Very clear in her communication, which also makes for a happier child when they can communicate so well so early on.
yeah.
Um,
And we don't use it all the time with her because as you know, with a toddler, it is hard to keep things on their head. But I can see it just even doing 5 minutes at a time, it is affecting her. It's making her connect dots so quickly. She's saying sentences. I'm blown away. I don't know. Maybe it's normal, but when I look up what's normal for a 17-month-old, I'm like, whoa, we're in like the
mhm.
2 to 3-year-old category right now.
Yeah,
But
I looked at the toys recommended for her age, and I know you're doing crafts, and she's enjoying the pipe cleaners and sticking them and doing all sorts of things. So we see it working with children. We see it
yes,
working,
across the board
yeah,
for
across
everyone.
the board.
Hmm.
Depression, anxiety.
And so the way this is working is you do need your AOScan subscription. So we have tons of webinars, tons of information on the AOScan subscription, which is how you're going to be able to run the hub. The hub is a actual physical thing that you will need. Like, you see this black box on the left, it comes with a headset, CES clips, all these different attachments. But the main thing with the hub is you're going to have the headset and goggles on, which is going to be light and sound and frequency stimulation all at the same time. So it's going to be working to balance the hemispheres of your brain while activating those neurotransmitter pathways that we keep talking about. So imagine just getting into this immersive session that feels like a meditation and your brain getting trained all at once, designed to help your nervous system reset, your mood lift, and your creativity unlock. It is unlike anything I had ever heard of before or experienced.
Absolutely. Yeah, and getting into the features that it has, the full spectrum white light. So when we had our first sound and light therapy, we had to choose which colors for our children to use or for my family, and it would be challenging to figure out which one was best. I love that Solex bypassed all of that by giving us the full spectrum white light. So when you close your eyes and if you don't see any color, that means your brain's not really connecting as well as it will as you continue to use it. But when you close your eyes, most everyone sees colors, blues, greens, purples, patterns, kaleidoscope patterns, visions. It's really phenomenal because we're getting the brain all the colors through white light.
And
Um,
then
mhm.
I do see a typo. We're not
Oh.
talking about marine conservation here, but I do think that that was on my slide. My slide, you know how on Canva you have slides with an example type? I guess I didn't delete that one. So sorry, we're not talking about marine life today. And I don't know how you would use this on a marine animal, but yeah, then it goes into the dual audio stimulation. So it's binaural beats,
Mm,
different frequencies coming through each side. You're going to hear beeping, you're going to hear sounds that are stimulating. And it's really cool, like you said, with the light. I mean, when I first started using it, it almost felt annoying the first time, and I didn't see any colors. I only saw white light. And it actually
mm,
continued that way for a while. And then once I started seeing color, it's like, oh, my body craves it. My body tells me when I need this. It's like, get on the hub. You need the
mm.
hub. It's a great reset. I know when you come over, we like to hang out. So like
Yeah,
you're the fun grandma. You come over, we go to the zoo. You come over, we go to the beach. You come over, we do all these fun things. Oh, thank you for deleting that.
yeah.
Um, and I if I am tired, you're like,
Mm,
"Caitlin, go use the hub." So 30 minutes,
yeah.
I come back, I feel like I got like a 4-hour nap. I feel like I'm totally reset. I'm ready to go. Let's go have fun. Going if you've ever been to the San Diego Zoo, that is quite a workout. There are a lot of hills, pushing a huge stroller with a big baby in there. It's amazing. This has been keeping me going.
I agree. And I loved how when you first started using it, you said, and I felt the same thing, like our brain was getting a massage. Like I
Mhm.
never felt that before with any
No.
of the sound and light therapies I'd done before. It felt like you could feel a separation between the skull and the brain. Like it really was getting a workout. I know that
Mhm.
sounds crazy, but it's powerful. And
Yeah. Something else I remembered, I
mm,
hadn't put this in the slides because I forgot about it, but when I first started using it, it was bringing up a lot of old memories,
yes, same for
memories
me.
from my early childhood. And it
Hmm.
feels like for me, it definitely went kind of like from my youngest years and then on up. Like it was like going through like this old reset of what was, stuff you wouldn't even think I would remember. I remember messaging you, I was like, did we ever stand in a parking lot when it was snowy and cold and this guy was holding me who looked like my uncle? And then you're like, "Oh, yeah." And, like, you remembered it, but I would have been, like, less than I think it was, like,
Mm,
around 2 years old. And stuff you wouldn't normally remember, it can resurface. So I have had messages from people. I wanna give this little disclaimer. You can have emotional releases using
release.
this. And this can help you take the things that have hurt you in your past or that have been painful from that were given to you when you were born generationally and help you work through that.
Yes.
It is very gentle. It seems to be like the most just comforting,
Mm,
simple way to work through the things that have been causing pain and keeping us stuck because it's not making you relive that loop. It's helping you take whatever that was and work through make a new neural
mm,
pathway. And the memories I had were not traumatic at all. They were just random things. But then there were a couple things that, like, brought up a little bit of grief, but it wasn't actually the full-on grief that I had had in years past. It was some gentle tears and a release, and I've been able to really move forward through things that were holding me back because of the emotional
mm.
pain after doing this. And, inner voice and mind sync and all these things that we talk about, the frequencies, the flower remedies, they are helping do that, but this takes it to another level. Just
It's just
another
another
level.
level and so easy to use. Um, I think the next slide just talks about quieting our mind, focus. Basically, the same thing happened to me where a memory came up the very first time I used it, and I thought I smelled something from my parents' kitchen in the summer, like
Mm.
of 1974, or like it was
Sounds like
so
it should be
fresh.
a song.
But it was so real. I was like, "Did you just what were you" there was no new smells added, so that really blew my mind that it could
Mhm.
be such a fresh memory that
Yeah.
it was so real. Yeah, so you will feel your mind quiet, your focus sharpen. I could see that in you, Caitlin, in the last year. Look what you've done for our team. Look at how you've blown up, like, giving us all of these things, social media courses, and so many things that you've given us that are you're so sharp, you're so quick. I mean, I'll watch Olivia Kate for 10 minutes and you'll have this whole PowerPoint done. I mean, not exactly, but pretty quickly. Your sleep deepens.
Mhm.
Watch it, keep track of it. Keep track of your mood changes, and your loved ones will tell you, hey, go use the
Mhm.
hub.
That was something Steven really noticed with
Mm,
me with the rTMS was, like,
mm,
the days that, when I first got it and started using it every day, right when we got back from Day of Discovery, I was so excited. I opened it up, attached it to the hub, put it on. We both used it. That night, it took away a headache from my husband. And then when I started using it and he went back to work, normally, when by the end of the day, you can be pretty worn out when you have a really active baby at home. And I'm sure the mamas with like 3, 4 kids are like, oh, that's nothing. But for me to have this tool to go in for 30 minutes, which the rTMS is a portion of the hub you can use without having to have goggles on, so you can still do stuff. So like I can still play with my baby while I'm getting my session. He noticed I wasn't feeling that slump in the late afternoon when he got home, and I'm just like, "I just need a break." It totally took that away from me and totally shifted things. And now I can tell when I don't use it every day, I'm like, "Oh, I gotta just use my rTMS, like, this'll reset me. I don't need an afternoon cup of coffee, I just need to wake up my brain."
hmm I love that because I remember you're talking about the RTMS, but a
Yeah.
year ago when we got the hub, didn't Steven see a big shift in his sleep pattern too, even with the
Yes.
hub?
Yes, and
Which,
now his sleep is better than mine. I prayed for years. He used to have terrible insomnia, like,
hmm
he
and
never
Marie,
got good sleep. The Marine Corps really
mhm.
took the life out of him, and now I'll, like, go look at his Aura Ring thing, and be like, "Oh my gosh, you got 8 hours of sleep? Like, what? You didn't wake up once?" Like, and a little part of me is a little jealous sometimes 'cause I'm the one that's always up with the baby because she sleeps right next to me, but at the same time, I'm like, "This is what I prayed for years." Like, we've
Mm,
almost been together. I think we've been together next year will be 10 years, and the whole time I prayed for him, like, "God, help him to get sleep." Like, he needs sleep. You can't live if you can't sleep. And now he
mm,
gets such good in the hub, I mean, it's a huge piece of it.
mm. And I think this is where we might bring on Jeanette.
Yes, if
Just a
she
second here, because
wants to.
what you can expect. So this is our first time doing the webinar where we have a panelist come on. So let me promote you to panelist and see if it works. So I think, Kate, you might want to stop sharing your screen. And she's going to rejoin as a panelist. So let's see if that works. Okay, Jeanette, here we go. Just go ahead and hit unmute. See if we can. So excited to have you. So she actually came to our house. There you are. So how do we highlight Jeanette here, Kate? Hi, Jeanette.
So
I
good to
can't
see you
hear.
guys today. So I just wanted to reiterate what you guys have already said. The hub is amazing, but it is so amazing that I wanted to show how easy it is to travel with this, because Joel and I travel all the time. It comes in like a little suitcase, and it is so light, like, and everything. It's protected because it's got its little place for everything. But we carry, every time we travel, we take our hub with us, and we'll normally get like a hotel room that has 2 queen beds and a little nightstand that's in between. The hub fits perfectly on there. And oh my gosh, I can't live without it. And I feel so bad because Joel's on his way right now to see his sister in Oregon. He did not take the hub because I asked him not to, because I use it so much, and I don't want to be without it. But all the little things that go with it have their own little travel cases as well. So the rTMS and the lasers, they're in their little cases, and they don't weigh anything. They're so light. It's just so easy to take it with us. It's just so
I
nice. I
I
feel
love
so
it.
good when I use it.
Yeah, how do you how do you feel like you felt before compared to now? Like, because I think
Well,
the mm,
it's frazzled a lot. I will say,
mm,
people who know me know, for the last year, Joel and I have been truck drivers driving for FedEx cross country a lot. And it's a little nerve-wracking going through, because I always drove during the day because I don't see that great at night. And so that meant I was doing rush hour traffic through all the major cities and driving in New York City, or many cities, but New York was the big one. Or driving up in Buffalo during lake effect snow. I was stressed out a lot. And oh my gosh, doing my balancing harmonics, doing my inner voice, using the hub has brought me such a state of calm. Even
mm,
Joel noticed the difference. It's just like you're like a whole new person. It's just lifted, like a big
mm,
weight has just lifted. My body can finally start healing itself. My emotional state it was crazy.
mm. And I don't know if you want to share how it's all helped, like your back, like all of it together, because you use
Yeah.
it on the mat, right?
Funny because we have moved out to the middle of the country, right? And we've got a lot of stuff going on this property. We're, chainsaws cutting down trees and whatnot, starting our garden and everything. And sometimes I do a little bit more than I probably should have, and Joel does as well. And it will throw off my back. But we have a little wellness room that we thought it was so important that we took one of our guest rooms and turned it into a wellness room. So we have our PEMF mat with our hub right there. And anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed or a little sore, I'll click on that PEMF mat, the AO mat, and turn it on, let it warm up, and then I lay down and start a session, a 30-minute session. It's like I have a whole new body.
Mm,
I wake up feeling wake up even though I'm not asleep. It just feels like it's waking your body up. When that thing's done, you're so relaxed and feel so good. And not only that, but using it to try and get creative, like the creative juices flowing. Like, we have raw land right now. Where do we want to put everything? Where do we want our orchard? Where do we want our kitchen garden? Where do we want the chickens? Go into beta and do that problem solving. What's going to be the best? So when we're out walking this land, it's like, where do we want to put things that make sense? And this hub has just like completely, it's a little overwhelming when you're trying to plan these things. You don't want to put stuff in the wrong spot. This problem solving
Mm.
and creativity, it's amazing how these different waves help with different things. And sometimes you just need to relax. So put it into theta and just melt into that mat. Like you said, it just feels so good.
I
Yeah.
think you can just envision how many people it can help, like people from, your past to your present, like just amazing. So I love that when you're talking about problem solving, whether it's students or I know you're just helping so many people. So I'm super grateful. Thank you for coming on here, Jeanette. We
You
are ecstatic about the hub, and I know you are, and I know a lot of you are, but I just wanted to bring you on. Awesome.
you
Any questions, Katelyn, for Jeanette, or can we
Oh, just
release her?
yeah, we can really yeah, but thank you so much, Jeanette. It is so
Mm.
good to see you on camera, and
Yes.
haven't seen you since Day of Discovery. I finally got to meet you in real life, and it was so fun. But this is just, I mean, everything you're saying is like, I'm like over here, like, yep, yep, that makes sense. And I love what you're talking about with your land. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's a
Mm.
It,
lot. It's a
that's,
lot. It's so exciting.
ah, so cool. Thank you for coming on.
And I
Thank you
have
for
to
having
say,
me.
Olivia, Kate loved meeting you and Joel too in person. And right away she said, Joel. So cool.
And with babies, they
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeanette. Okay, blessings.
You're
We'll get back to our
welcome.
PowerPoint. I had a Joel.
Okay.
Okay.
Share the
Okay.
screen again.
Awesome.
Yay. Yeah. So like what you heard, there's a lot you can expect. You're going to be energized and rejuvenated. The neurotransmitters, sleep. There's some settings on the hub where you're actually able to focus in on things like what do we have? Like alcohol, dependencies, addictions. So people are using the hub in their clinics to support
Mm-hmm.
people who are really going through hard times as well. So I'm sure most of us know people who are struggling with something who need that kind of support. And then to the other side of it, we have anxiety and depression support. And then hormones and metabolism. I mean, it feels like it covers anything someone could possibly be going through.
Mm-hmm. Weight control.
Hmm.
A lot of it is just mindset and just retraining those new neural pathways. And I'm just so ecstatic to see what it's done already in just a month or so that Jeanette's had it since Day of
Wow.
Discovery. Maybe it's 2 months. Maybe it's 2 months.
That's
But
when she got the hub.
right.
Wow.
Yeah. The
That
hub, the
is
RTM.
that is huge. Because I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes people are like, oh, well, you've had it for a year, so it probably takes a really long time. But no, we started seeing dramatic changes right away. And that's such
Mm.
a good reminder. It's only been since Day of Discovery was in
Yeah.
mid-September.
Yeah. So not even 2 months.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah. I love it. So
And so once you have the hub,
yeah.
then you go ahead.
Yeah, there's attachments that you can add on. So I think it's called a hub for the reason because you can start with just the sound and light and microcurrents, or you can add on the rTMS or the lasers and the tens. And they made it so they can continue to add to the hub. So
Yes.
we
So
continue to
that
help.
once you have the hub, as time goes on and they add more powerful things, you can purchase them and they'll connect to your hub if you want to. But we all started out with just the hub, right? When that
Hmm.
launched, I remember telling Steven, I was like walking to the front, he was holding the baby. I was like, I'm going to go buy the hub. And I was second in line to go buy it. I was so excited. But that's all it was. It was the hub, the headset, the goggles, and the CES clips. And then throughout the last year, a little over a year now, they've added the lasers, which are
Hmm.
more powerful than what our dentist has. They
Hmm.
have the
And a
tins.
fraction of the price. A fraction of the
Yeah,
price. Our dentist said she's still paying for hers.
if you look up how much it costs to get clinical level medical grade lasers, and then you look up how much it is to have an rTMS, you normally have to get like a prescription and go with a doctor to get rTMS sessions. You can now have both of these things in your
Mhm.
home.
I'm going to go ahead and share if you want
Okay, let me stop
to.
sharing and you go ahead.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and show, just so everyone can see what the actual AO
Like
scan
what it's
looks
going to
like.
look like when you
Mm-hmm.
have this in your home, you're connecting it to the AO scan subscription and then using it.
Right. So we want you to use version 1. And the reason is because of the AO MindSync. So I know they're going to be updating that soon, but version 1 works best with the hub if you're going to be using the AO MindSync, which is the bottom button here. Then you go ahead and make sure your hub is connected. I don't know, it's a little blurry here, but you'll want to see a green check mark by the hub symbol. There'll be, I'm not going to go into all of these categories, but that's the main thing. Make sure it's connected. And then you'll want to see, like, it just looks literally like a little PlayStation almost with your head, your goggles, the little sensors, which are microcurrent, your headphones, and then there's the rTMS. And like Jeanette was showing, how easy it is to travel with the little box. The lasers, very easy to travel with,
And lightweight.
very lightweight. The boxes are lightweight, easy to travel with. So when you start using it, you want to adjust the volume of your headphones. And first you go to your inner voice and make sure you have the music playing and you'll hear it going through the headphones. And then you adjust the volume for the hub. So you could adjust the volume of the uh, music through your computer. So like mine's on the top of my tablet, but the volume of the hub frequencies is where you adjust it here. So you lower down by just the intensity. Make sure you
And
have. Mhm.
can I jump in for a second?
Yes, please.
When if someone has had a history of seizures or tremors, mostly seizures, I think it's actually just probably seizures, which is just important to know with the lights. You don't want to just skip the lights. Now, I can speak for this because I felt it almost triggering my body to go into
The tremors.
the tremors and
Mm-hmm.
the seizing
From your past. Mm-hmm.
from the past. And so what I had to do was turn the level down of the goggles to almost the lowest for the first bit of getting used to this.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking to Lauren, he just encouraged me keep pushing through. If it's not caught, because it when people were looking at me while using it, they couldn't see my body moving. It was just me feeling it as the brain was trying to work through creating a new neural pathway. That's not how my body works anymore. So that's so important to know. You can put the intensity of the lights down lower. You can put the sound down if you don't like the way the beeping sounds. I didn't mean to interrupt your screen share, but
Good.
it's so nice to know we can adjust it all too.
It's adjustable and keep going, keep going. Just have it
Hmm.
so dim. And I love that, you can adjust it. And so what I like to do is check the sound first and see if it's too loud. Then I take the headphones off. Then I kind of hold the goggles up and see how to make sure it's not too bright, take them off. And the first thing I like to really put on are the microcurrent, the little CES, the
Hmm.
sensors on our ear. Then I put the headphones over. So always start with that really low. And if you are sensitive at all to it, you can use the TENS patches and put them on the mastoid bone behind your ear. And
And
that
that'll
will,
stimulate the vagus nerve too. So you can kind of alternate back and forth if you want to do the CES clips one time, do the TENS pads the next.
yeah. Then at the last thing I do is the goggles. So I lay down, adjust my mat, turn my mat on, and I like it usually on blue for me for the
That's my
for the
favorite
hub.
setting.
And that's grounding and it's so good. Then I lay down, get my pillow under my head, under my knees, or however so I can just relax. Make sure the room is quiet, your dog's not in there. And then hit start on your music. So you start with your inner voice or your
Or
mind
mind
sync.
sync. I do mind sync every time.
Yes. But sometimes the easiest thing for people to start with is inner voice.
Yes,
Then they
definitely.
then they work up to mind sync. Unless you're already used to mind sync. If you're hoping for the hub and it's on your wish list, get used to using your mind sync every day. Get used to using
Mhm.
that because then it will be a super easy transition
If you
into
have
the
the
hub.
AO Scan subscription, you have no excuse. You need to be using MindSync every day. renew your mind. I mean, it is so important. You need to, and the reason why I say there's no excuse is because you can press play and fall asleep. You can put
Mm,
like they have headsets you can buy that are squishy, like you can just have like it wrapped around your head. Listen to your mind think every single day. Do
and
not let yourself skip it.
Solex has little earbuds specifically for that that just rest in your ear so you can even fall asleep with them on. But
Hmm.
then the last thing I do is the goggles. And then, oh my word, it's like, whoa, what happened? I wake up and if I check on my husband, he's snoring within minutes. Doesn't even realize he's
Yeah.
asleep. It's so powerful. And the rTMS, super easy to use. Just put it
Yeah.
on your head.
And
You
you
can be
really
reading a
don't
book.
feel much with that. Like,
Yeah,
with the rTMS, so that's repetitive transcranial stimulation. Do you have more on your screen share you want to share, or are we good with
I'm
that?
good. We're good with that.
Okay.
Let's go to the PowerPoint because you're going to talk about rTMS here. And I had someone say they spent $5,000 for maybe it was 5 or 10 sessions at the most with an rTMS with a practitioner. So
Wow.
what an incredible deal getting the whole entire bundle of Solix, which we'll get into the
Hmm.
prices for, yeah, just a fraction.
And saying that, you can actually share these things and let other people come use them. If you are a practitioner or therapist of some sort, I would have had these when I had my massage practice. If I knew about this stuff, I would have had this in my office and I would have been able to charge for people to come use these. So, really, get creative thinking about if you want this in your life, you can make a way. You can
Hmm.
make a way. You can plan out. Something I have seen a lot of people do is they will put something on a credit card and then they earn it back really fast because they start telling everyone they know about it. And not only are they changing the way their brain is thinking to just create options, it helps you shift your frequency though so that you're now attracting abundance. When you change the way you think, I just released a course on abundance because this stuff is so important. And one of the biggest things that you can do to create an abundant life is change the way you think and change your brain. So get creative when you're thinking about this. Don't don't limit yourself.
Limit yourself. Yep,
Don't limit
exactly.
yourself.
Don't limit yourself.
Think big. Ask for divine guidance on how you can have this in your life because I promise you, it changes so much. Do you have anything to say about rTMS? It's just like little magnetic pulses that go
Yeah.
right into the brain.
I think I love it because you can, so many reasons, but you can be multitasking. Like I could be reading a book. Now I feel like it's just given us more creative ideas. Like, look at my husband. He decided to do art, and his first pastel was like, we should frame it and put it. It's really, we want to, I believe we're all creative. I believe, and we're seeing
Absolutely.
this is just helping us. And you can use the little magnets that it comes with to see that it's working because you don't necessarily feel it really working
And I
because
will
it's very
say,
subtle.
after consistent use,
Mm,
I now can feel a very subtle pulsing, but I couldn't for weeks.
hmm.
So
And
now
I
that
do it on low. I don't do it on high though. I
I do
had
it on
someone,
high,
oh,
I still
I, d-
don't feel it.
I did have
Well, now I
someone
do.
who said she felt it a lot on high.
Okay.
So I've
This
always
probably
done it on low.
depends on the person too,
Hmm.
how sensitive you are.
Amazing.
Okay.
Our
This is the
lasers.
picture I could find of the lasers. Lasers are amazing. I've used these on my gums. I've seen lots of testimonies of people having magnificent results for their gums. These are
Hmm.
great for pain, putting them on meridian points. When you look at the benefits of these nanometer wavelengths of light in the lasers, your mind will be blown. Can you share what you saw when I came out
Yeah.
of the room when I first got these on my face?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I want to say this is something you can use on your pets. So the rest of the hub, we haven't really talked about using it for pets, but I do know this can be used on your pets to help them. When Katelyn first got the lasers, and I forgot what the dental was, it an extraction you had had? An
Yes, I
infection?
had to get a tooth out,
Ugh,
an emergency tooth out, and it was pretty traumatic. I
very
had never
traumatic.
had a tooth out. It was
Not a
really
gentle.
crazy. It was
Not a
not a
gentle
gentle
demo.
doctor,
Mm-mm.
no, and,
I was expecting bruising everywhere, but
having a
Katelyn.
baby and then breastfeeding is a lot on your teeth. And so stuff happened really fast with this tooth.
Mm.
It
So
was so dramatic.
I was watching Olivia Kate, and Caitlin came out of the office, or her, well, actually now wellness room, and part of her eyebrow, like it was like she had a facelift on one side of her face.
My whole face was whoop.
And I was like, you better go back and do the other side. It was
Because I
so
had been
obvious.
using the lasers, like, all of my jaw hurt, my head hurt, like, everything was just sore because he was, like, holding my head and, like, shaking the tooth out. It was just something got really messed up in my
Yeah.
head. And so I was, like, using and I could feel it changing the way my gums were, I could feel it reducing inflammation, I could feel it just, like, helping
Mm,
stuff drain, and I also felt tightening. And when I started
mhm.
looking up the benefits of each of these wavelengths, I was like, "Oh, this is, like, for fat. This is for skin tightening. This is for muscle toning. This is like these lasers have really incredible benefits, and they're not just some wimpy lasers. These are like, you have to
Mm,
wear protective goggles when you use
yes.
these, and
Mhm.
you don't have to do a lot of time either. So if you're thinking, "Oh, well, I have another thing to add to my wellness routine," if you have them set up and you have a place where you can just pop on the goggles, you can do like 2 minutes on your gums.
Yes.
You can do like a quick blast of your face for 90 seconds. And if you keep doing that, you're going to see benefits.
Yeah, and I think that you kinda overdid it. That
I think so.
you did,
I
like, 15 minutes, and you don't need to do very much, like she said.
I was
I
just
do.
it was so relieving. I was like, "Oh, thank
uh,
goodness," because I try not to take any pain meds. I try to be very
right.
minimal with what I do. And so and I'm so grateful. I think I hadn't even bought my lasers yet. You brought your lasers to my
That's
house.
right. That's right.
And then
And
that happened, I ordered them. I called Solex. I was like, "I need to place an order. I need these," and then I think I borrowed yours until mine
yep.
came.
And I've used it with, one of my friends. She couldn't open and close her hand, and the 660 band was helping, but
Mhm.
just minutes, it opened up and closed. Same thing for my husband. He had done something and he couldn't turn his neck. Maybe 2 minutes, and he was like, "Whoa, yeah, I guess I can." Wow, and I had measured how far he could turn. It was dramatic.
Mm, yeah,
More powerful than any adjustment or any needles or, acupuncture he had had. It's so quickly, and just in our own home.
yeah.
Now, think about the practitioners who need this. They need to
Mm,
multiply their time, multiply their efforts. If they don't have the AO Hub with all of these attachments, they are missing out. Their life
yeah.
is busier and more stressful. This is something they can do and up-level their practice for such a fraction of the cost.
Mhm.
All of this for less than what people spend on just lasers
I could have gotten all of this for less than what I spent on that lymphatic enhancement technology I bought.
or just the biofeedback, bioresonance.
I could have bought 2 or 3 sets of all of this for that. Wow. Yeah, looking back, I'm like, "Man,
Mhm.
if we had Solex back then, how much farther ahead our businesses would have been." But it's all God's plan,
Yeah,
and we're right where we need to be right now. But we're
absolutely.
telling you this to save you time and to save you money and to save your health because we can't keep quiet about this. I personally did not think I would be spending my Saturday mornings live on webinars talking about this stuff, but I cannot keep quiet. I cannot not talk about it. It's so important. It's so incredible to see how people's lives are changing from this stuff. And then if you've ever used a TENS unit, they have these at physical therapy offices. This is just something you can plug into the hub and use. You have a TENS unit with this, and it will actually, like we said, you can use it with the hub, activate that vagus nerve. There's so many possibilities.
Mhm. I love it. Yay!
Muscle recovery, pain relief, lymphatic flow while using your AO scan. So you could be running,
Cepheid.
Cepheid
Mhm,
frequencies at the same
mhm.
time.
All of this, you can be running Cepheid frequencies at the same time. I don't like running Cepheid frequencies through the headphones. I like using a different device
Yeah, I'll
because
set
you
it
don't.
up, Cephiid's
Mhm,
on like my computer
mhm.
or my phone and have those going to my body. and
Yeah.
then I'll get on the hub, and then I'll have my inner voice or my mind sync playing and really get a full immersion. It's like it is incredible. So you get
Biohacking stacking. We are like
yes.
layering on all these things. So it's like, that's why people are feeling so amazing. We're just,
Yes.
yeah, I love it.
So today you can experience what practitioners and wellness centers have used for years, but right in your home and all the time. And this is what I prayed for. When I had my practice and I would see these families coming in and we would have benefits and we would see a change, but then they would turn around and leave and they would have to come back to me over and over and over. I prayed, I said, God, what? There's got to be a way people can have this themselves. There's got to be a way people can be empowered at home. Now we have it. Now we have it.
It's amazing. Yeah.
It's so
So
incredible.
the AO hub, the AO rTMS attachment, you can get just the hub alone, which will go into the pricing now. You can add on the AO rTMS, add on the lasers, the TENS, but you will need the AO scan subscription. So
Mhm.
that is the foundation. That's what sets this apart, is because it's based on each person's inner voice that we're able to grab, like, what is the best, what the best frequencies and tones are to go with the hub.
Mhm. And to have your personalized
Mm,
recommendations, to be able to scan to see what brainwave you need, all the different stuff. So you can get started today. And I want you to remember this used to be only available for $78,000 plus. Like, you're not having to go buy a super expensive car right now. You're not having to take out a loan right now. This is available.
amazing. The
Okay.
AO hub, yeah. So it's actually $4,000, but when you have the AO scan subscription, which you need anyways, that you get preferred pricing, which is $3,000. So you get $1,000 right away
Hmm.
subtracted. It includes the AO hub device, the carrying case that you saw Jeanette showing, um, the light goggles, the AO transducer headset, the CES electrodes, the power supply, the AC adapter. And to fully utilize the hub's capabilities, it must be paired, like we said, with the subscription so that its integration is ensuring that seamlessly functional. We've had people say, oh, it works with other technology. It's not. It's not working with other technologies, only with the AO scan.
Hmm. Which is, I mean, that's the brains of it.
Yeah.
It's the meat of it. This is just so that you can have the hub is so you can have the physical attachments.
Yes.
The AO scan subscription is how you're going to be choosing what settings to do, how you're going to be clicking on to press play on the lasers. So it is imperative
Mm-hmm.
you have that. If you buy this without the AO scan subscription, it will be worthless.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have the brains. Then you can have an option. So you can either just get the hub or you can get the AO hub and lasers combo, which again, this is preferred pricing. It's more expensive if you buy it retail. But if you sign up with the AO scan subscription and you have that on your auto ship, you are going to get preferred pricing.
Yes.
And so your lasers, this is what we were talking about that help my
Mm.
face and my teeth and helping people's gums, but it goes even beyond that. The red light is the 635 nanometer. It's going to reduce pain, boost collagen, speed up healing. The green light is 520 nanometers, fights inflammation, promotes muscle growth, accelerates wound healing. The blue light is 450. It fights acne, boosts hair growth, and combats fatigue. There's infrared lasers with the 810 nanometer, 980 nanometer, and 1064. 1064 is my favorite. It's going to help restore muscle, reduce inflammation, and improve mobility. It is
Mm.
incredible. And to have these that you can just plug in and use anytime, you don't have to use them at the same time as you're using the hub. But we did see, like Nadia Lutz, she'll stick the lasers up her nose while she's using the hub. So, you can use them in a lot of different ways.
Mm. Yeah, and if you say, "Well, I don't want the lasers right now," you can add them on later.
Hmm.
So you could just start with the AO hub plus the rTMS for 5250,
Hmm.
and then there's another option. Go ahead.
One last option to get it all with
This
the
is the
tens.
best
And
value.
you can also add on the tens on their own separately too, where you get a whole bundle of tens pads and the adapter. But this is the ultimate bundle. This is what I would have started out with if this was all available when we first started.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what they've added. We just had no idea
Yeah.
they would add this many. I thought, oh, maybe they'll add tens. I did not think they would add AO-rTMS, the repetitive transcranial.
I didn't even know that that was, like, something we could ever have access to. When you look it up,
Exactly.
you can't just buy this. You can't just get this anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, they've really like I said at the beginning of this, it's like they've given us a key to this door that was locked behind degrees and practitioner licenses. I mean, remember, like, just to buy certain supplements or to be able to have access to certain supplements, I had to be a practitioner and prove my board certification and prove my out. Like, there's a lot that goes into this stuff, and they have helped us not need all of that. But which, I mean, if you really want certifications and to become a naturopath, you can go through Solex's new school. Susan,
Susan.
it's just, I mean,
Yeah.
this is the timing where you want to get in this company and you want to get in and start sharing this because the world is changing. The world is seeing that we need more answers that aren't just the old root cause model of supplements or just medications or just, you know, people are starting to finally wake up that we are in a quantum universe. We are made of energy. Frequency is what's changing the world. Frequency and light and vibration are so important. And this is exactly what you can have access to.
Hmm. And we want to be sure you know that to connect it, it's going to be compatible with Windows-based systems, with the USB port and the auxiliary port, and it's not compatible with Android, iOS, non-Windows. Anyway, there's details here that you can go back to look
Hmm.
at. Most
Which
tablets work.
I have a
Yeah.
tablet. I think I got really cheap on Amazon that does work. So we can, of course, link that to people who want to know what tablet we have. But it seems like people are doing best with a PC computer. So if you already have a PC computer, you're golden. You're good to go.
A laptop or
Yeah, if you're an Apple girl like me, then you might have to buy a tablet or a cheap laptop, but that's not a big deal. Um,
And if
it
you're like
just,
us, you know, you're going to be passionate about sharing it.
yes.
How could we keep quiet about it when it's so life-changing? So if you have the desire to help others heal, help them heal themselves, help their own bodies heal themselves, help them grow emotionally, physically,
Hmm.
grow and then create abundance through frequencies, which
Hmm.
is really our highlight right now. We're getting so many people seeing them feeling better and yeah, we just want to help. You see have the ability to see the abundance that's all around, that it
Hmm.
will just flow through you. And we want you to join us as part of our Quantum Living Advocate team. Our team, we call ourselves Breakthrough Revolution. And that's
Yes.
really what we're doing.
No matter what business model you have right now in your own business, if you have your own business, this can accelerate it. Whether you're
Mm,
sharing this exact system, this exact option of getting the hub with your clients to accelerate them, or you're just using this with your own mindset to accelerate your business and you want to share just parts of Solex with your clients, this is going to help accelerate. I mean, we have people
oh,
from
yeah.
every different I was going to say genre, but every different niche of business incorporating the AO scan, whether it's the sound therapy portion, the mind sync portion, whatever it is, and then they're seeing the value of it and wanting to join too. So when you sign up, instead of just signing up as a preferred customer, we strongly encourage you to become a quantum living advocate because this means you will have your own link to share and earn commissions from people who purchase through your link.
Mm. And that's $49 a year.
Nothing.
And that includes, well, when you join us, that includes a lot, which we're going to get into.
Mhm.
But even just getting the training from Solex, that's all included on the basic training. And then there are advanced phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 that we've gone through. And I love how you've categorized and made it so much easier for us, Katelyn. I love
I
our
have,
team of thriving practitioners. Mm,
yes, entrepreneurs and believers
yeah.
using frequency for freedom, impacting lives while creating
Mm,
overflow income. And this
mm,
isn't just, we aren't just some like typical network marketing company team. People are creating life changing residual income that you can rely on. I rely on this every month. This is what I do. I am able to be a full-time mom while sharing life-changing, transformational empowerment tools, and then our team is doing the same. It's so amazing.
I love it. I hear from people all the time, I'm just a mom, but I mean, that's like, or I'm
Biggest thing
just
in the world.
taking care of my parents or but they're seeing that they're having income that they had with nothing else that was this powerful or this, mm, any other like network marketing thing
Mhm.
because we've just made it easy for you. And
It's
Solex has made
plug
it
and
easy for
play.
us.
Yes.
And it's everything on their website. I was just going over with my friend this morning. Everything is the lowest price of anything out there, the best
Mhm.
value, but superior in every way, superior than anything out there.
The
That's what
quality
you
is
can,
unmatchable.
the technology, the quality. So you don't have to be a practitioner. We're going to give you the tools. If you've never done anything like this before, network marketing is the best way to make amazing friends and the best way to really raise your vibration and link arms with people who, like we see with Jeanette, or with
Yeah.
all of you on here,
And
you
it
want
even
to
goes
see the world better.
it goes beyond just our team, though. It's all
Mm,
of Solex. When you
it really
start
is.
connecting with the people in Solex, when we went to Day of Discovery, when we get to meet the heart of Solex, the people who created this, the people who are leading, the people who are all around, it is unlike anything I've ever been to. And we have been to a lot of health conferences. We have
Mm,
been to a lot of trainings. We have flown all the way across the country. We've flown to Florida from California for trainings. We've flown to Washington. We've done so many things. Nothing is like Solex. Nothing is
right.
like the people who are in Solex raising the vibration of the world. We are
Hmm.
changing the world with this company. It is it is so it is so outstanding to meet the level of just what is it? How do you describe it? It's just love. There's so much
Mm,
love. Love
yeah.
and the vision, I think that's it. It's the united vision to see people accelerate, to change, to grow, to heal, to have breakthrough. It's so I if anything, joining gives you this momentum of the people who are in this company
Mm.
with you.
It's amazing, heart led. I think we
Yes.
have a picture on the next slide
Oh, yeah,
that
sorry.
of us just getting together at our last day of discovery. And I know it's more of us were there than this, but we are just kind of grabbing some pictures.
We weren't
But yeah.
super organized with pictures. We're just like, "Oh, hey, everyone try to come," and the second day, we got more people sitting together, but,
Yeah.
and just I wanted to share too, like, people are really changing their lives. They're blown away at the income they're producing, they're blown away at their results, and I think it's because we give so much to our team too. Like, you
Yeah.
really get so much support. You can be successful in anything with no support, I want you to know that too.
Mhm.
But we took everything hard that we've been through together and put it into resources, and we pour that back into you so that you have the information and you have the momentum and everything to just run with.
And the investments you've put into, well, both of it, the investments we put into ourselves and our knowledge, and especially I know you for social media. I've watched you purchase courses, go through things, 10,000 here, and at this moment in time, we're not saying we're going to continue, but at this moment in time, you get our social media, Katelyn social media training.
Mhm.
And I believe part of the hub and the mind sync has all been a foundation for this exponential just growth that we've been seeing.
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm
so when
excited
you
to join us.
join our team, Break the Revolution, you get thousands of dollars of resources for
Mhm.
free, on top of everything else you're getting just by
Yeah,
being a part of Solex. It's so powerful. So go to the person who sent you this webinar who wants you to join them, use their link, or reach out to one of
below.
us. Comment below on the video, follow our social medias for more information, and man, take charge of your future
Yeah.
today. You have information now that you can't just continue life the same. This is powerful information where you can start making choices to better your life. And also, if you're listening to this in real time, Christmas time is coming up. And I know a lot of people ask for ways to get things that they want to change their life around Christmas time. I hear it every single year. This is something to put on your list. And I believe, don't we have financing options through Solex? I
Actually,
think we do.
probably.
I know we
Probably.
did. I just
Yeah.
couldn't find it on the site, but we can
Okay.
talk about that too. So message us and let's get you on the right path.
I love it. Oh, thank you, Katelyn. Thank you for encouraging me to stick with Solex when I was just like, we don't need this. Are you kidding me? Looking back at my life before Solex to now, we're living the dream.
Oh my
It's so
gosh.
fun to see
It's so
people
fun.
feeling better. I see you guys on here. Thank you for joining us. We're believing you're going to feel better and better every day and more abundance all around.
Amen.
Blessings. Okay.
Okay.
See
Bye,
you next
guys.
time.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Quantum Mama podcast. If today's conversation expanded your mind, nourished your soul, or lit a fire in your spirit, share it with a friend. Tag Katelyn on Instagram at Katelyn Simmons Official and at the Quantum Mama, and leave a quick review. Don't forget to check the show notes for this episode's featured products, her favorite frequency healing tools, and a free gift. Created to help you go deeper. You were made to thrive, Mama, in wholeness, wealth, and wild alignment. Until next time, keep rising, keep resonating, and keep living the Quantum Mama way.